All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've got another video for you today. We're going to be working on putting the roof structure, or putting the tin onto the roof structure of this pole barn. So what we've done in previous videos, we were able to get the columns installed, concreted in place, got the top beams attached, then built the rafters you see above me here. So now that they're all done and ready to go, it's time to kind of get this thing finished off and protected from the weather. So this time we're going to be putting some 14-foot sticks of tin. We're going to slide them up onto the roof and then install them. So I'm going to start in the front to make a nice even front here, and going to be using the top beams themselves as something to measure on to make sure they're square. So I know the top beams are square and parallel with each other, and that initially when I laid this all out, I spent a lot of time with those measurements, so those columns are nice and straight and the beams are parallel and not at angles to each other. That the top beam is another way to kind of take some measurements off of, but I'm not really sure that is going to be nice and parallel with the top beams. So we're just going to go with the beams themselves as measurements to reference from. So today I'm going to be sliding this tin up there. It's going to be a long process, I think. Trying to get the tin up onto the roof is going to be the worst part, I think. So let's get started with that. We'll see how good it does before it starts raining on me. We'll see if I can get much done today. So follow me along in this video. If you would, like this video, and then let's see how we can get this done.
Okay, so for this project I used 14-foot sheets of tin. They are just the galvanized color. And the 14-foot long, they're 3-foot wide, kind of the standard width. They're 5V tin is what it's called. It has those 5 ridges on it. So yeah, you see this having some issue getting on the trailer there, but I'm gonna show, kind of put this tin up on the edge of the roof there, and then kind of slide it up from after I climb onto the ladder. So this 14-foot long tin is longer than the rafters, about 6-7 inches. That way it protects the ends of the rafters from weather. And then I'm also going to slide it about 3-4 inches or so over the end of the slats there that go across the top, and that's what the tin is going to be screwed into. And that's to protect those ends but not stick out too far where the tin gets kind of flimsy, where there's no support out there. So I'll still probably protect the ends of the wood with some polyurethane or something, but the tin's doing most of the work. So now I'm going to be sliding it up on the top of the of all these slats, and then I'm going to be getting it kind of close just from eyeballing it and kind of checking the edges and things like that. But then I'm going to screw some screws in and kind of take some other measurements to kind of get it all nice and square with those top beams. Okay, so I've squared up this first one, and I'm going to zoom you in. See that screw right there? So that's at the edge of this tin, at the one edge of it. And then I measured 6 feet that way and put another screw. You can see the very top of it. And I put those in the top beam. So that's 6 feet one side. And then you measure 8 foot, and I put a mark on the tin right here. This orange mark here, so it's 8 foot from that screw down there up. And so then I measured from that other screw over to this line 10 foot to get a nice right triangle. And so that came out pretty good. I had to kind of wiggle it a little bit, but that's how I was able to get the first tin to line up with that top beam, because that 6 foot is along that top beam, is nice and straight. So we're gonna go ahead and screw this in and then keep going. So after you get those first pieces of tin on and squared up and nice and straight like you want it, then putting the rest on is pretty simple. You're just going to slide them up there. They're going to the last ridge and the first of the one panel and the first ridge of the other, they kind of overlap, so it makes it for a nice waterproof connection, and it makes it so you can line it up pretty easily. Once you kind of overlap those ridges, it can't really go too much kind of left right, but you slide it up and down, get it all nice and even, so you can it's not so jagged on the edges, so you get it nice and even there. And then the top, you're leaving this gap like I did here, but that's going to be covered with a ridge cap later. And then I'm screwing in the bottoms. I just did that first in this case, and then I just worked off of ladders to get the other edges. I could have screwing in the panel. I could have worked from the panel itself, like climbed on the roof and done it, but I don't know, it just worked better this way. And so I would put screws on the edges, kind of every flat part of the panel, to kind of secure them better. And then on the middles of the panel, I just did every other one to kind of just, I thought that would be plenty, and it, saves on screws. So putting the last panel on, you just want to make sure that you're also overhanging the slats as well. Sometimes the roof isn't a nice 3-foot, dimension there, so you don't end, you may have to do some cutting for the dimension of your structure. But in my case, I was able to get it to where the overhang was enough, and it kind of worked out really well. These panels are overhanging those slats there, maybe 2 inches or so in the back. So it's a little closer than in the front, but I think it works out pretty good. So yeah, same deal here. We're just sliding them up, getting them secured, and then I'll be screwing them all in, as we go, and then I'll be done. Then be ready to put on the ridge cap. So these ridge caps, I think they come in 8-foot long sections. They're about 1 foot total in width. So these will be screwing in, you screw the screw through the ridge cap, through the tin, and into the slats below. So this is the reason why you put those slats like right at the top of the ridge beam there on either side. So you can have something for this ridge cap to kind of screw into. And again, it's kind of screwing it in the middle of the panel there to kind of draw in the ridge cap a little bit. So I'll probably do every panel for like these first 3 maybe, and then maybe do every other or every third panel kind of through the center, just to get them nice and secure here on the edges where it's going to kind of catch the wind. All right, so I'm just about finished with the roof now. I got a few more of these ridge caps to do, which I'm going to do when it's sunny again outside. I've kind of got the sun went down on me here today. So appreciate you sticking around for this video. I hope this helps you out with your construction, and good luck on yours, and appreciate you sticking around, and I'll see you on the next one.